How's it going, guys? Welcome back. This is Sword of the Evening. We're back on CK3 AGOT with House Umbaryon. We're finally back. I managed to get a way for the game to not have every piece of land be black as the abyss, and whenever I would unpause the game or move around, it would blow up. So we're back, finally, after Christmas here. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Had some great holidays, and we're coming up on the New Year's. So I'm ready to get back into the swing of things now that I've got AGOT working again without needing to remove some really important submods like Legacy of Valyria. So at the end of the last episode, I did some things off camera, I believe. Daenerys is with child. She's pregnant, which is great for us. We need more heirs. Because we're gonna start doing some things here in the Basilisk Isles and getting a very certain thing back here, the last dragon tower. Oh, I was exploring with some things on debug mode, so that's all that is. Making sure that everything was working. So Gogossos, we're gonna want to restore these ruins. We're gonna need a lot of cash to do so, so that's gonna be our goal. Because we want to move our capital here to the last dragon tower, which is known as the Red Tower. There's also some other special buildings here in the last ruins of ancient Valyria. Our son and heir, Rhaegar Umbaryon, I betrothed him to Laura Waters, a Valyrian. You're gonna notice there's some reoccurring events here as we have become the new head of the dynasty, the Valyrian dynasty. Which we could actually change it to Umbaryon now. We could peacefully usurp the Valyrian dynasty, which we might do. Montfort is our friend now. Fortunately, we couldn't get his heir married into the family, but we did give him a dragon egg. So I'm hoping things can work out. Montaries is very cool guy there. Right, so our son and heir Rhaegar is married to Laura Waters, who I willingly legitimized, so she's no longer just a bastard. Our second son, Aerys, is married to Alyssa Valerion. Daenerys, our daughter, is married to a Rhaegar. The heir, or not the heir, to House Rhaegar, one of the important Magister families in Lys, just so we could get some good allies going, and it is matrilineally, I believe. Yep. So Umbaryons will be born from that marriage. Aerion is married to a Hightower, so we could expand our influence a little bit more. We have our bastard, who's not really a bastard. Elysiana is married to Lucerys Valerion. I'm actually going to come in here because my OCD. She is married to Lucerys Valerion, the son of Montfort, his third son. And then we have our youngest, Shiera, who is unwed. We might try and find some alliance here. Or some cool knights to bring in. There is Devon Seaworth. That's funny. Aegon kind of doesn't like us right now. He married a Myrish woman. Jon Snow is known as the Stoneheart, which is interesting. He's still at the wall, but he has been legitimized. Or his secret has been shown. So that's just a few updates. We'll take a look at what's going on here. There's still a massive war going on between the Iron Throne, the Starks, and the Tyrell Baratheon alliance. The Vale is independent, which is pretty nifty. Robert Arryn is king and married to a Frey, and the Cape of Eagles is independent as well. Interesting. So that's what's going on. We're gonna deal with our own things here in Sotheros, try and create our own empire. And soon we will probably be attempting to reform the faith or switch completely. How much is it going to cost to reform the faith? We're going to need a lot of piety, but I would like to do that in the future. If we come, I think it might be reasonable that if we rebuild the last dragon tower, we'll convert to a Valyrian faith. It is also a natural dragon pit, which is sweet. So they're not going to get the debuffs. So we're going to continue marching on. We do need to get some of our knights married, though. Or some of our guys married. Because House Horrid will go extinct. Some of these other ones. House Firestone. Right, so we need some cash before we can restore the ruins here. We're gonna need 740. However, we're gonna make a ton of cash back in the meantime. An infamous ruin. The ruins that adorn these lands are thought to be wrought with curses and ill fortune. People say to shy away from the reconstruction effort and the ruins themselves in fear of what they will become of them. We don't believe in that shit. These pirates out here saying things are not as they seem. There is Arion Vale brother as well. He's a member of, he's a Valerian, but unfortunately he's in the Cressy dynasty, but that's okay. And then Styvalar, which is nice. We're going to continue expanding here. There should be some more islands that we want to gobble up. Or some land here on the mainland of Sotheros. I'm just trying to see here. I will be back in just a moment while I look for our next target of conquest. Alright, so I think I know what we're going to do. Of course, we're going to take our kid out on the dragon. So from what I remember, I believe this most recent update changed the Isle of Toads into a unlanded province. Because I seem to remember before this update, you could have claimed it. I don't know if we want to do the Isle of Toads yet. I can fund an expedition. So we have some more new decisions that I haven't seen before. We can fund a trade expedition. Counting modifiers gold. As the realm wealth grows, the opportunity arises for new trade routes, establish lucrative alliances, and unlock access to rare goods. So we can fund a trade expedition. We can also dye our hair, which is interesting. But if we come down here, we have a fund expedition. And it's fund an expedition to explore the old ruins along the Basilisk Isles. Cost 500 gold. And we could go to Gogossos. You know? So I think we're gonna wait, because how much is it for us to straight up colonize? 740 to colonize the ruins. There was another one that I saw. Thought I saw one that was like dig for, I might be going insane. I thought I saw one that was, something to do with... It might actually be that same decision. I'm having a stroke here. Because I feel like I read something about digging up, stuff here. I might be wrong. We need to also change some of the faith here. Some of these locations. Maybe we should fund the expedition. We're making an astounding 29 gold a month. We're gonna unpause here. We also need to educate our last kid, I believe. Never mind, I'm wrong. We have a ton of knights qualifying for whatever. I'm contemplating whether or not we take the Grazdian Kingdom. I really only care about New Gis, just taking this. They can have everything else. Maybe you guys could leave it in the comment section if you guys think we should invade north and take New Gis. We're gonna train for a tournament. We get strong, which is pretty sweet. Oh, maybe I was just reading this from the old ruins. Yeah, maybe this is what I was reading about digging in the ruins and stuff. But I think it might be better for us to straight up restore the ruins here. Let me read this. The call for adventure stirs within me, an irresistible pull towards the old ruins spoken in the old sailors' tales. The lost remnants of Sothoros and Gogossos, places of legend, shrouded in mystery and dread, where ancient civilizations once thrived and fell to ruin. I can almost hear the whispers of untold secrets beneath their crumbling stones, the promise of lost relics waiting to be unearthed. The thought alone sets my heart racing. I must act swiftly. I'll need maps, supplies, and a crew willing to brave the unknown. There's no time to waste. An expedition must be planned at once. We could wait until we have enough to both colonize and do an expedition. Which I think we will do, because we make an astounding amount of cash. So we did send an expedition to Old Valyria, and Maynard is back with a sunburst dragon egg. So we have another dragon egg. It's very good. And I think we will give that to... I think all of our kids have dragon eggs, right? No, Arion doesn't. We'll give him this dragon egg. Gift you a dragon egg here. So we have the white egg and the sunburst egg. Arion, we're gonna give you the sunburst because your name is Arion. You're gonna be the bright flame. And then we'll come here to Shiera because she's the natural daughter of Daenerys, and we'll give her the white dragon egg. Hopefully, one of our dragons here on Umbaryon hatches another clutch. We already know that Aethen is a male dragon. So, hopefully they become a breeding pair and we get some more dragons out there. We do hold 2 mini duchies, so I'm going to come here to Harian Hor. I'm going to grant him the High Lordship of the Western Isles. He's going to be our Lord Paramount there, essentially. I will grant him that. And you really need to find another wife, my guy. You need to get married. Jaehaerys Unabar is having some kids, which is great. They do follow the Valyrian culture, which we like to see. And we have a ton of wars we can declare here, obviously. The Pearl Blade, one of our captains. He's a successor, but I don't think anybody is worthy. Nope. If anybody has any suggestions for our other captains and accolades, please leave them down below. I'd love to see what you guys have suggested for us. And we are going to fight some wars here, I believe. I'm probably going to declare multiple of them here in this cove. So we are going to draconically conquer. Draconically conquer. No, we're not going to arrange a marriage. We'll go to war with anybody and everybody. We're going to raise up our army. 6,000 men. I don't care about any of their allies. We're going to make sure we're leading it. Yep, we are. And we're going to change... Actually, I kind of fuck with the fit. Let's check here. Yo, I kind of fuck with that fit. So this is the default Valyrian steel armor. I think I might actually leave it. Do we have a dynastic melee's fit that I can wear? Unless they remove melees as armor. No, there's no dynastic version of it. If only there was a dynastic. We got a dynastic version of Bobby B, but no fucking melees. We're sticking with the Valyrian steel armor. It actually looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. We have the Crown of the Tides, which I might keep as our crown. Melee's helmet looks pretty sick, though. No, we're a warrior king. We're gonna keep our crown on, the Crown of the Tides. And we'll keep the leg wear there. So we like the fit. No possible knight. Can we buy knighthood, actually? We have any kids to educate? No, if we can buy knighthood, we're gonna do that. Yeah, we can't be at war to buy knighthood. We want to train up some knights for our kid. Real quick, we're going to take a look at the inventory again. We do have Valyrian steel armor that we got from the Basilisk Islands. We have Sea Serpent, our Valyrian steel sword. And that's about it. We have no other items. So our son is our regent, good old Rhaegar, and we're going to lead our army. We're gonna start our conquest scheme at court. Somebody was trying to kill my kid. We're gonna go to redouble guards just in case. And it seems we're gonna obliterate this chieftain's army. We had twins, we love to see it. We lost 362 men, they got wiped. Right, so we have twins here. We have Rhaegar, Aerys, Daenerys, Arion. We can do Aaron. We'll do Valen and Valana. I'm okay with that. Keeping the twins' names the same. We'll get them educated. Unfortunately, we have no dragon eggs to give. Rhaegar, you're gonna execute? No, you're gonna educate your brother. And you're gonna educate her. Once again, I'm gonna do my little OCD thing, and we'll change the hair to silver. And we're gonna fight our war here. Fertility minus 50% for 3 years. Yikes. Hopefully the Maester helps her out there. We're taking some attrition here in the jungle. Bonding with Umbaryon. Time well spent. We love to see it. We can end this war, which we're gonna do. I don't know what that one was. These guys are gonna siege out our capital. Blood and Split. Daenerys and Arion's food. Vengeful, Deceitful. We like Vengeful, that's okay. We're gonna split our forces here. Split in half. We're gonna take our dragons. And Jaehaerys is going to take some forces back to break the siege here. Aerys takes to the skies on White Claw. We're gonna try and stop these guys from disembarking. Come on, surely we're not faster than us. Reinforce here. Arion has hatched Bantus. Let me check and see if anybody left any comment suggestions. Oh, he's got fucking Fearsome Worm. That's great. I will check the comments, see if anybody has any good names, and I'll be back in a moment. Right, so we're back here. I think it's only fitting. We're gonna rename the dragon here. Change the colors just a bit, which I'll do on screen. Not dark, we want it to be brighter. What color am I looking for here? Not a green. We kind of like the, I kind of like the orange here. We make it a little bit brighter, perhaps. And then we will come here, instead of white, we want, we want full secondary color. We'll keep the top as that, and we want to try and find a yellow. I'm not very good at doing the color hues, if I'm gonna be honest. Actually, there we go. That's pretty good. We make this a brighter, like a pinkish red. With the yellow wings. And we're gonna name the dragon Bright Flame. It only fits. Cannibal's horns. Dreamfire's horns. I don't really care about most of these. We'll do, you know what? We'll do cannibals. And I'm not worried about doing anything else. We're gonna rename this dragon. Should have the ability to do it. Where's it at? Rename. There we go. We're gonna rename Bantus to Bright Flame. I think it fits. I think it's cool. I like it. Bonded with Arion. Right, so I got drifted away just a little bit there. We're gonna recombine our forces and we're gonna march across the coves to our next area here. Call to war. Every time this happens, it never fucking works out for us. However, we already had a kid with her. But she's got the clap. I don't want to get the clap from her. So we're gonna say no. We're gonna take a stress hit. Bonding with Umbaryon is good. Questions of gender settled. White Claw is a male. Nice. Great to know. We're gonna quickly pause real quick. I didn't see what that pop-up was. Offer a peace. We're gonna decline it. I think we got called to war from House Coharies. Are you at war with somebody? Do you need help? Or were you offering to join the war? Oh, nope, you called us to war. Against the pirates, where we'll probably come and actually help this. Pirates of Ring Maiden, they're getting fucking clapped, actually. We might come and help that out. I don't really care about the stepstones, though. Yeah, our opinion has been dropped. We lost 0 men, they lost 10. 73 to wipe, which is good. We're gonna grab living off the land because we do not want attrition here in the jungles. We're gonna station besiegers, and then we're gonna march to the monkey perch. Atriox's first flames. Good for her. So we've won this war already. I'm gonna redo some namings here, so if anybody has some good suggestions to rename some of these lands here in the Basilisk Isles. That's not what I wanted. Go ahead and reconquer this. In that war. We don't have to reconquer anything. And just like that, Our colonial holdings into Sotharos, we're going to send everybody home, has been established. We have some prisoners that have been taken. Lasiro men, they got wiped. Lasiro men, they got wiped. Lasiro men, they got wiped, which is always good. We can fund a new bank. I don't want to do that. That shit's dumb. We have a shit ton of cash, which we love to see, and we can ransom some of these prisoners as well. Lindra. You are a novice physician. I'll take the 10 gold. Visaro Naharis. We'll take the 10 gold off of you too. We can create some titles. The High Lordship of the Grey Beach, which we're gonna do. And the High Lordship of Last Hope, which we might rename. I'm gonna quickly divvy up some of these lands so we're not getting hit by the debuff, and I will be back in a moment. Right, so after those wars, I've gone and renamed some of the lands and given them to knights that were fighting for us and vassals. Daenerys is also pregnant again, even though she was hit with that minus 50% chance, which is pretty sweet. So here we have the Lordship of Grey Beach, which I'm actually going to change that, but it's Rhaegal Phoenix Fire, and he's married, unfortunately they're pirate lords, we're going to have to change that. I am going to change the whole, High Lordship name real quick, though. Instead of the Grey Beach, we're going to make it the... Actually, I'll keep it Grey Beach. That's pretty sweet, actually. And then we have, Daemon Demongor. He's also married. And he has the High Lordship of Last Hope, which has Fortune Stop, Lizard Beach. The names I changed here, we have New Valyrian Cove, or New Valyria Cove. We have the Vine Claw, and we have Isha. I kept that one. This province we renamed to Arian's Vine Claw. Named it for our son, Arion here. And his dragon, Bright Flame. We also we got some vassals to marry. Who was it? Oh yeah. I got, Fradwar Firestone here to marry somebody so that hopefully his lineage doesn't die when he goes. I've reconsolidated some of our holdings, which is always good. I'm actually going to pass Limited Crown Authority if I can. I think I've done it too soon, actually. Slavery is forbidden, which is pretty nifty. And so we've expanded greatly. We also have the cash here, where if I come to decisions, and we go to fund an expedition, we're going to go to Gogossos. We need a caravan master. Everybody sucks, except for her. Or him. I think we're just gonna take flight. And I'm also gonna come here and restore the ruins. And a trusted courtier will do it. We could send our son. I think we will send our son, actually. We're gonna send our son here, our son and heir, Rhaegar, to lead. Well, hold on. We're gonna wait and see what our expedition is. Left behind. That's okay. The ascent. Having crashed onto the beach, we took a moment to regain our bearings, surveying the landscape around us. The towering cliffs encase us in a natural prison, leaving only one path forward. With no other way to explore the island, we must begin our ascent, scaling the rocky walls that loom above us, hopefully to find answers or perhaps even treasure. We're gonna do Let's Fly on Umbaryon. The Marble Palace. As I crest the rugged cliffside, I shake off the dust and debris clinging to me, exhaling as the world unfolds beneath my gaze. The land stretches far and wide, a breathtaking tapestry of jagged rock, dense jungle, and rolling hills bathed in golden glow of a dying sun. Mist rises from the canopy below, swirling like ghostly tendrils between the ancient trees, their emerald leaves glistening with remnants of the day's heat. But beyond the jungle, beyond the wild, untamed beauty, my eyes lock onto something truly magnificent, a palace of pure white stone, standing regal and defiant atop a distant hill. Its towering spires pierce the skies, catching the last light of day, gleaming like a citadel of forgotten gods. A thrill surges through me, an undeniable pull as if fate itself is calling. That must be where the treasure lies, sealed within walls of marble, veiled in the chaos of lost empires. But time is against us, the jungle below is treacherous by night, its shadows hiding creatures unknown, its depths alive with wisp of anger. The Silent Palace. Oh fuck, that's quite a bit to read there. As I step through the grand entrance of the palace, a strange contrast unfolds before me. From outside, its gleaming white walls and towering spires stand untouched by time, regal and unyielding, but within, decay has taken hold. The once majestic halls are crumbling, their gilded arches cracked and weathered, dust chokes the air, and the scent of rot lingers in the stagnant silence. Broken furniture long since reduced to ruin lies scattered across the stone floors, its once rich fabrics reduced to nothing but tattered remnants of a past. The tattered prince? I search, pressing deeper into the abandoned corridors, but I find nothing. No treasure, no sign of life, only echoes of a forgotten age. It feels as if the pouch itself is a husk, an empty shell of grandeur that has long since forsaken. Yet just as doubt begins to creep in, I come across a staircase winding down into the shadows. Drawn forth, I descend into the basement, where the last rays of sunlight filter through intricate crystal mirrors, casting shimmering beams of gold and violet across the chambers. The light catches on something breathtaking, ancient Valyrian artworks, etched into stone above a great door before me. The image tells the story of power and fire, of mighty dragon lords reigning over the skies, their great beast coiling through the cloud of flames, their eyes, carved from precious gemstones, glint in the fractured light as if watching me, judging me. I linger, captivated by the artistry, by the sheer weight of history pressing down upon this place, but then a chilling realization sits over me. Throughout this entire place I have seen no signs of the dead, no skeletons, no remains of those who once called this place home. A place abandoned by time, yet seemingly untouched by death. A shiver runs down my spine as I step closer to the great door. My hand hovering over its cold surface, something is wrong here and I'm about to find out. We're gonna go into the basement. Oh shit! Hell no! He's lightly wounded. Can we tame you? Hey Pookie. I'm gonna pin you. Hopefully you don't fucking turn me to crisps. I'd be very upset. The dragon chamber. As I descended to the basement, a chill runs down my spine. The air is thick with dust and the scent of something ancient, something long forgotten. My footsteps echo in the dim light, but then I stop abruptly, frozen in place. Before me, looming the shadows, is a dragon, a real living dragon. We have dragons. I know what a dragon is. Its massive form coiled in the darkness, scales shimmering faintly even in the gloom. My breath catches in my throat. This shouldn't be possible. The dragon lords of old have long since faded in legend. How could one of their beasts still exist here, hidden away beneath this place? A mixture and awe of terror grips me, but amidst the fear, another thought takes hold. There's more to this place than I ever imagined. Secrets buried under centuries, mysteries waiting to be unraveled. But I didn't come all this way just to turn back empty-handed. If this dragon has preserved here for so long, there must be something of great value hidden within these walls, and I intend to claim it. 85% chance we kill a dragon. I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that. I don't like killing a dragon, man. I don't like killing dragons. We have to, though. We have to do it. We have to cut this dragon down. If he... Oh, we better not die, boys. We better not die. Risk it for the biscuit. Let's go! Oh, that's a sin, though. We killed a dragon. We killed a dragon. We could have tamed it. The battle was fierce every moment. A test of will. Did we get injured in this fight? No, we're just a dragon slayer. The battle was fierce every moment, a test of will and endurance. The dragon roared, its fiery breath scorching the air, but I had already learned to read its movements. With each thunderous strike of its claws, I danced between death and survival, my blade finding openings where scales parted just enough. It lunged and I rolled beneath it, driving my weapon deep into its exposed underbelly. A deafening screech tore through the chamber as the beast thrashed, its massive tail shattering stone in its final desperate struggle. With one last surge of strength, I climbed onto its back, gripping the ridges of its spine as I drove our Valyrian steel sword, Sea Serpent, through the base of its skull. The dragon let out a final shuddering breath before collapsing, its enormous body shaking the ground as it fell. I stood over it, chest heaving, blood and soot clinging to my skin. The once mighty creature lay still, its long-forgotten reign finally brought to an end. The silence that followed was heavy, but I felt no regret. I feel regret. I had slain a legend, and now the spoils of its ancient lair were mine for the taking. 1,000 gold, 2,000 prestige. The Trail of Blood. Having slain the dragon and claimed its hoard, I turned my gaze to the far end of the chamber where something far more ominous awaited. A massive door forged from blackened steel looming before me, twisted and jagged. Its surface bore the image of a snarling face, frozen in an eternal grimace, its gaping maw wide enough to swallow a man whole. In front of the door stood a stone pillar, ancient and withered, upon which rested a simple bowl. It was unremarkable at first glance, save for the strange runes etched along its rims, symbols that seemed to shift and writhe under my gaze. Inside the bowl, a rusted dagger lay motionless, its once sharp edge dulled by time and decay. As I stepped closer, a shiver ran down my spine. Whispers, soft, insidious, brushed against my mind like cold fingers. They beckoned me, murmuring words I could not understand, yet somehow felt within my bones. They pulled me, urging me forward, compelling me to take up the dagger. The offering it demanded was clear, blood, my own. The runes pulsed faintly, as if sensing my hesitation, the whispers growing impatient. Whichever lay beyond that door would not reveal itself without a sacrifice. A small offering is best. We have Valyrian blood. The Vault of Wishes. I didn't know we were playing fucking Dungeons and Dragons, ladies and gentlemen. I've never had this ever happen before, so this kind of goes hard. Did we get scarred increase? No, we didn't. The Vault of Wishes, the knife, appearing dull and worn, parted my skin like butter. There was no resistance, no pain, only the unsettling. Bandis passes on. There was no resistance, no pain, only the unsettling ease in which it carved through my flesh. Blood welled instantly, flowing in thick crimson rivulets into the waiting bowl. The runes lining its rims flared with a sickly glow, as if drinking deeply from my offering. Then the door groaned, a slow, grating sound, metal grinding against stone. The twisted face carved into it seemed to shift, its once snarling expression curling into something far worse, a grin, a deep, knowing grin. What in the fucking Valyrian blood magic fucking ancient shit are we getting ourselves into? But then something unexpected happened. A sharp tingling sensation ran across my palm, and when I looked down, the wound was gone. My knife had knit itself back, or my skin had knit itself back together, the blood offering taken, but leaving no trace of harm. My breath was unsteady as I stepped forward past the threshold of the now open door into the chamber beyond. The Vault of Wishes. My eyes widened as I looked at the sight before me. Golden artifacts stacked high, jeweled goblets glitting in the dim torchlight, gemstones scattered like mere pebbles upon the floor. Wealth beyond imagination, untouched for centuries. This was true treasure. The hoard of the dragon had been guarding the prize hidden beyond its monstrous form. But among glittering riches, one object drew my gaze above all else. Sitting atop a pedestal, bathed in ethereal glow, was the artifact I had been searching for, the reason I came this far. My heart pounded as I stepped closer. Weight of my journey culminating in a single long-awaited moment. It's beautiful. So we get 500 more gold, 1,000 more prestige, 21% chance we get a silver Valyrian bastard sword, 21% chance we get a golden Valyrian bastard sword, 14% we get another set of Valyrian steel armor, 14% we get a golden and a longsword, which would be dog shit, and then 28% we find a dragon egg. At long last, I'm finally home. There's nothing better than arriving back in town after a long journey. We have some fucking news. What did we get? We got a dragon egg from our expedition. The Tryphon dragon egg. This egg gleams with a lustrous golden hue, delicately kissed by soft pink. Here you go, buddy. Take a dragon egg. Go down the martial focus. So now we know what ancient things are harbored in Gogossos. We are going to restore the ruins. We will reclaim Gogossos personally. Well, actually, real quick. Hold on. Time out. Pause. Pause. Ladies and gentlemen. We buy knighthood. 400 gold! 400 gold! We will reclaim it personally. We're gonna not take flight. We're gonna get some experienced captains, and we're gonna get a jungle stalker, because we need to bring people here with us. And we will start. We know what Gogossos hides, and it is time for us to restore our future capital en route to Gogossos. A fresh start. We are known as the Dragon Slayer now. By my own hand, the ground is broken, the wall is raised, and the fire lit. And we're back home. So we've started building here. Can we move our call to war? Let me pause here. This is House Rogar. At war with Mir? I mean... Sure, we'll accept. We'll send some boys. Oh shit, we might actually lose this. How much men do they have? No, we won't lose this. We win this. We're gonna rally the troops. We're gonna go burn Mir down just a little bit, and we are going to start building. We need 2,500 gold to rebuild the Red Keep. We're gonna move. Can we make this our... We can't make it our capital yet. Gogossos. So we need to get a ton of development before we're able to do things. We're going to construct a port there. And then I think it might be time for us to get the Isle of Toads going. Wait a minute. Do we not have the Blackstone chair or the Black Toad there? Right, we're going to go help our buddy in this war. It's gonna cost so much money to get there. Kinda not good. We do have an ally that we can land, so the cost of this setting sail will be a little bit cheaper. My sons! We've had twins again. Holy shit. We might need to change her nickname to Mother of Dragons here. We already have an Aenes. Oh wait, no, we have an Ares. So we have Aenes. And... Aaron. Aenes and Aaron. We'll educate them. We can hold core. Appoint a Dragon Tower Dragon Keeper. Fuck yeah, we're gonna do that. Appoint a head Dragon Keeper. Maylees, it looks like you're the guy. Can we find you a spouse as well? There we go. Can I raise you up to nobility? I could totally do that. So we have a head Dragon Keeper now that we've reclaimed the Dragon Tower. And we can also send... I believe this counts as a natural dragon. Dragon pit. We're gonna start sending our dragons there. So when somebody dies, they don't go, Yeah, so we're gonna send to a dragon pit. I'm gonna do this off screen. I'll be back in a moment. Right, so we're back. I sent all of the dragons except for the baby one. Except for our baby dragon Bright Flame there. The reason I did that is because we need to land here and help our boys. It doesn't count as a natural dragon pit, unfortunately. It should totally be a natural dragon pit. Yeah, so it is not a natural dragon pit, so they take the tiny penalty to health. And... yeah, unfortunately. We need to make Gogossos our capital. So we're gonna need a ton of cash and a ton of time to do said thing. We'll come here to our court, or not courtiers, our council real quick. Go Do we have somebody who's better than you? We do have somebody who's way better than you. So we're going to assign him. And you are going to increase the county control in Gogossos so we can increase the development. You are also going to increase development in Gogossos. And continue negotiating with vassals. Continue protecting trade. And I think soon we're going to convert to Valyrian faith after what we've witnessed. However, people will not like me because I will have Dragon Slayer. New Lord Commander at the wall. Cotter Pike died? No, not Cotter Pike. Not the Pike and Cotter. We're gonna slowly march east as well. So there's their whole entire military here. We're gonna come and help our boys. Converted to the Faith of the Seven. I don't remember what faith you were. Harsh words. Arion keeps deceitful. No, we don't want to siege it out. We want to come here. Morgoth's Tales. Killed that guy named Damon. We might have lost this battle. Yeah, we lost. That's not good. A demanding wormling. So this is Aethen. Impulsive. Calculating. We love calculating. You're going to take calculating. Where's our army at? Where's our forces at? All the way over here. We need us to be the commander. That probably explains why we lost that fight. Did we lose anybody important? Heron has been captured. Okay, well now that we have our dragons back, need a new admiral. Somebody who has a good mix of martial and put you there. Well, actually no, we want you there. We'll have our maester do that just because we're not in wartime. I think we're gonna put our son here. If we can. Yeah, we're gonna put our son... No, actually, we want the extra cash. That's okay. Fortunately, we lost that battle. But now that we're back to leading, we should be able to actually do something here. They have more soldiers. We'll get the defender bonus, men-at-arms. Yeah, I think we can do this one. I lied. We got fucked again. We're gonna go home. We lost somebody else. Yep. We can't keep doing that. We're gonna go home. We lost that fight. That's okay. We'll disband. Ares comes of age. You got Fortune Builder, which is great. A new dragon enters the world. Let's see. I don't know if I like that name. We're the dynasty head of the Valyrians again. We lost some men. I'm not a fan of that. We need a new castellan. We'll put Aryan Waters there again just to negotiate. He's pretty injured from that fight. He might die. Our alliance with the Rogars is gone, so we're probably gonna break that betrothal. And I'm going to think of a new name for this purple dragon. I'll be back in a moment. I think I'm cool with Sotheles. No traits yet. The purple dragon bonded to Valen. We got another lifestyle perk here, which is pretty good. We're gonna get that maintenance drop because we're spending a lot on those guys. We did lose some legitimacy after, you know, fucking losing some war, unfortunately. Can you marry somebody? you need to marry somebody too. Right, so we're gonna come here to... We're breaking this betrothal, I don't really care. And... I think we will... maybe have Aegon be betrothed to... Well, Daenerys has a dragon, so I don't really want to do that. I think we'll find somebody fitting of her to marry her. Matrilineally, of course. Lancel fucking Lannister, no. Edric Storm, the Giga Chad. I'll worry about finding her a spouse later. We're gonna continue moving on here. He died of fatal epoxy. It's a good thing he has some heirs to keep on the name. I am going to ensure... Kemet. I guess we can't do that. Wow, I can't marry any of them? Crazy. Hopefully they don't ruin that. We need a new Castellan. Ares, you'll do it. You'll negotiate with our vassals, get us some more income. We've lost a little income since the war, and we've lost some men, some very good men, unfortunately. We can reinstate the Pearl Blade. Because he died. How long is it going to take for us to re-up our men? Probably a decent while there. Lord Farwyn died. At least he had a daughter. She's widowed. She was in love with him. I don't know why I can't instate marriages. I'm not a fan of that right now. Not being able to do that. We'll put Rhaegar as our chancellor so he can learn how to rule. And we will continue investing here. Into Gogossos until we can make it an actual place. We need the development, so we're gonna grab construction guilds. How long have we been recording for? A pretty decent time. Get Daenerys a necklace, of course we will. An angry spy master. Oh, he doesn't understand. We trust Daenerys has our back. Another Lord Commander has died. Sorry about that. I was called. Lord Heron, come on in. Still losing a little bit of piety. We need to get a ton of piety. Questions of gender settled. Morgott is a female. Melees, don't die, buddy. Hopefully we have some dragon eggs hatched here soon. And I think I am going to call today's episode here. There's a war going on here. We might need to capitalize on that in the future. If anybody has any suggestions for acolytes or knights, please let me know down in the comment section down below. And can I feudalize any of our lands here before the end of the episode? Should definitely get a architect for all of the buffs. And I'll worry about everything else later. Situations, not worried about it. Decisions. Can hire a master blacksmith, which would be pretty good. We're gonna ride Umbaryon so I can lose some stress. I didn't get the take me higher thing. We're gonna invite some captains. As well as fund a trade route. We'll do the generous investment. And hopefully we should be able to make a ton of cash early on. We do have a prisoner. This guy's been sitting here for a while. Can we ransom you for anything good? No, we're just gonna kill you. Get the nice little sound cue there. And so we have 5 more years until we can get some more crown authority. Yeah, we need to get crown authority going on here. And from there, I will end this episode here. It's nice. I fucking love this playthrough. I love getting back on the grind of it. We'll definitely be making some more videos and pushing them out over this next few couple of days here as we come into the new year. And thank you guys for watching. And it's time for the Red Keep and the Red Tower to be reclaimed. So what are the buffs here? Plus 90% damage? Holy f... That's pretty goated. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.